my name is Lauren Lee, and this is my persuasive speech. With the latest fashion trends emerging every month, you can't help but want to visit a Zara and pick out a cute top that you saw Gigi Hadid or Kendall Jenner wear. Fast fashion is everywhere and easily accessible for us high school students and college students. But when there's a new trend, you throw away that top and you add to the millions of tons of textile waste in landfills. There are so many injustices in the fast fashion industry, and they inflict not only on the environment but the people. Today I'm here to tell you about the devastating effects of this consumptive era that we're in. The environmental costs, the social costs, and what we can do to try and stop fast fashion. Quite literally, every step of a mass-produced garment is bad for the environment and the people. So when did this need to consume clothes start? A December 17, 2019 article on RoadrunnerWM.com stated that in less than 20 years, the amount of clothing Americans threw away doubled each year from 7 million tons to a whopping 14 million tons each year. Every piece of clothing will take over 200 years to decompose, and even after that, they'll leak toxic chemicals and dyes into the soil. Even now, with the outbreak of COVID-19 and a fallen economy, a June 10, 2020 piece from prnewswire.com predicted that by 2023, the global fast fashion market will reach $38.21 billion at a compound annual growth rate of 6.7% from 2020. So why should these numbers go down? Well, when companies such as Forever 21, Zara, and Uniqlo produce clothing, each process that goes into production will exploit the powerless. It first starts with textile production. Most common material being cotton and polyester is made into clothing. So according to the article, The Global Environment Injustice of Fast Fashion, the writers Rachel Bick, Erica Halsey, and Christine Ignena state that 90% of clothing sold in the USA is made out of cotton and polyester. These resources are extremely laborious to make. The growth of cotton is water intensive, and in October 11, 2017 article on centerforcotechnology.org explained that cotton uses 1/3 pound pesticides per shirt. Polyester, on the other hand, is a synthetic derived from fossil fuels. The greenhouse gas produced from this is called nitrous oxide and is 300 times as powerful as carbon dioxide. So after finally making these, you have to sew and cut the material to get your desired garment. Large and powerful companies use the hands of those from low and middle income countries, or LMICs. According to a study published in CRC Press in 2016, LMICs produce 90% of the world's clothing. These under-resourced workers from Bangladesh, Vietnam, China, and many more work in hazardous conditions. Reported health incidents include lung disease, lung cancer, adverse fetal births, injuries from accidents, and musculoskeletal hazards from repetitive motions. They are overworked and underpaid in these factories because safety standards are not well enforced. This could be due to poor political infrastructure and management. So, although fast fashion offers cheap clothing and variety, there's a disproportionate burden on the ones who sew the clothes for us. It doesn't stop there, though. After the garment gets sold and worn for however long it's in style for, well, you can guess what will happen. According to the article, The Global Environmental Injustice of Fast Fashion, around 85% of the clothing Americans buy are thrown away. That's almost 80 pounds per year per person. Fast fashion industries have created a mindset that clothing is disposable. So now millions of tons worth of clothing sit in landfills. So as someone who doesn't want the earth to die soon, I feel a need to encourage everyone to throw away the mindset of fast fashion. It may seem like none of us can fix it, but there are ways consumers can push an end to fast fashion and their exploitation of LMICs. You can start by researching sustainable brands and looking for a transparent supply chain. Or, most of us don't have that much money and are not well off, so there are many alternatives of spending a lot of money. You don't have to cut off buying affordable clothes completely, but try to lessen the amount you buy from stores such as Zara or Shein. Instead, you could try thrifting or DIY your pre-existing clothes that you own. You want to do something else? Then repurpose clothing such as turning t-shirts into rags or selling or donating. Any of these can minimize the impact on the environment. And it's not only the consumers that bear responsibility, but also the corporations. We need to push for corporate sustainability, and supporting organizations such as Fair Trade America and the National Council of Textiles Organizations will hopefully reinforce a nationwide standard. We can also call out companies that are greenwashing, which is when businesses capitalize on the emotional appeal of eco-friendly goods without adhering to it. Changing your mindset will not only help those in third world countries, but will also give you a new sense of creativity by allowing you to have originality and wear what you love rather than what's on the mannequins. In conclusion, today we've discussed the importance of lessening clothing consumption, its havoc on the environment, and LMICs, and what we as Gen Z can do to combat fast fashion industries. As Emma Watson said, as consumers, we have so much power to change the world just by being careful in what we buy. So even little acts can be great if we all collectively combat. So once again, I encourage you all to watch what you buy, be purposeful with your clothing, and minimize the waste going into landfills. Thank you.